Audible? Is it audible? Yeah, you can start.
A very warm good afternoon to all my dear lecturers and all my dear friends. Before starting, let's imagine one morning when you wake up, all your bank account became empty, all your personal private images were leaked, and someone else are controlling your social media. What will you do? Just imagine. This is not a movie story. We have seen lot of members are suffering from this nowadays. So today I am here to speak something about the importance of cyber security and the art of ethical hacking in cyber security. So let me discuss what is cyber security. Cyber security means protection of computers, data and network from hackers. It works like a digital clock that protects us from hackers. Real life example, in banking when we want to log in, we hear two-factor authentication and OTP. All this security is known as cyber security. Apart from the definition, we have some advantages and disadvantages. Advantages: cyber security protects our personal data, keeps money safe, build trust. By this, it also has some disadvantages. It is too expensive. It need to update to time, and it is not 100% safe. Apart from protection, it also gives some disadvantages. Nowadays, there are so many real-life cyber attacks, just like phishing messages, hackers, social media accounts, and online fraud. Phishing messages: some people create fake email IDs and blame others for money. By this, lot of people were suffering, and some people were losing their lives too. Next, hackers, social media. Private data is taken and abused. Online fraud, scam website and financial losses. Thousands of people lost their trust, bank accounts, and even their lives too every day. So let's imagine what our life with cyber security and without. With cyber security, our online banking will be safe, secure social media, and our personal data will be protected. And without it, bank accounts were hacked, social media taken over, and identity lost. Without it, one day we will also lose our life due to some social abuses. Yes. Can anyone say what is mean hacking? అందరూ చెప్తాంటారు కదా, నా ఫోన్ హ్యాక్ అయిపోయింది, ఫొటోస్ అన్ని లేవు, ఎవరో ఫోన్ పే మొత్తం క్లియర్ అయిపోయిందని. దాని మీనింగ్ ఏదో చెప్తారు. What is meant by hacking?
Unauthorized access.
That's right. But in simple, hacking means some other people using our personal information without our permission. మన పర్మిషన్ లేకుండా ఇంకొకరు మన పర్సనల్ డేటాని యూజ్ చేయడం. That's the meaning of hacking. In hacking, there are three types of hackers: white hat hackers, black hat hackers, and grey hat hackers. White hat hackers means the one who legally protects data with permission. Black hat hackers, they are in between white and grey hat. Means sometimes they protect and sometimes they misuse data. Grey hat hackers, they are completely different from both. They hack our accounts without taking permission and also misuse personal data. So, after hacking, we have weaknesses. Means అంటే ఏదైనా ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుంటే they play a major role in cyber security. They act as police who thinks like thieves to find the thieves. Ethical hackers is also three types: white hat, grey hat, and black hat. White hat hackers act as good to protect our data, as same as hacking is of three types of hackers. In this ethical hacking, there are also three types. Role of ethical hacking. Firstly, in finding security weaknesses, check systems from hidden problems, preventing cyber attacks, testing system security, protecting user data, helping companies improve security. In simple lines, ethical hackers play as a backbone for cyber. Ethical hacking acts as backbone for cyber security. Ethical hackers are the invisible heroes who protect our digital life before danger event arrives. Role of ethical hackers in cyber security. Cyber security means protecting data. Ethical hackers means legally testing the data is safe or not. How it helps cyber security? Finding security loopholes, testing systems like real hackers, help fix problems. By taking real life example, a banking app may have weak security. Ethical hackers find it, company fixes it, and users stay safe. Cyber security builds the wall, but ethical hackers check if the wall is strong or not. Next, we see cyber security versus ethical hacking. Cyber security protects systems, whether ethical hackers test systems if the system is perfect or not. It is defensive and it is offensive. Offensive అంటే ఒక శత్రువులాగా but legal. Cyber security prevents attacks. Ethical hacking finds weaknesses. They both act as two sides of the same coin. So let's imagine how our future scope of ethical AI. By using AI, how cyber security and ethical hacking has role. As in the morning, my friend Sanjana says, in future there is lot of demand for cyber security and high demand on jobs, safe technology, better privacy protection, and even growth in every field like banking, finance, hospitals, transport, etc. Let's see why cyber security and ethical hacking matter, why they are important to us, why everyone must use and protect it. Just imagine you losing your childhood photos. Imagine your priceless childhood photos were hacked. Imagine your family. Main thing is family. Imagine your family losing their savings to a cyber attack. What will we do? That's the reason why cyber security act as shield for our personal data protection and banking. Please not be sure because in today's life all our life depends on digital devices like mobile phones, laptops. All our life depends on it only. So security is necessary in this generation. So let's see real cyber crimes in India. The first one is mobile cyber fraud case, malicious link. This belongs to one police constable lost 12.5 lakh of rupees just by clicking one fraud link. This shows just even police also losing their money fraud. You give me 1,000 rupees, I will make it like that. Like that, many people loses their lives and still runs. Kolkata cyber blackmail case. A minor girl who trusted one guy and lo- loses her private images. The girl misused her photos and blackmailed and demanded money for it. Like that, she lost her life. She lost her life is okay. Then what about her parents? Just imagine, we are also minor girls from the major. This girl is that same as what? If she dies, is okay. Then what about her parents? They are putting a lot of efforts on her, only all kids. So just imagine before doing one cyber crime, just imagine our family, not even friends and relatives will come. Only parents will suffer. Not only those three cyber crimes from 2024 to 25, India has lost 22 lakh 845 crore money as in the court of cybercrime. This shows the graphical analysis of how India lost money and how many lives are sacrificed due to this data hacking, personal abuse of images and financial damage. So, thank you for giving this opportunity and be safe, be secure, protect our life by using cyber security.
Thank you. It was a nice seminar about the cyber security. Thank you for giving this knowledge about the cyber security. Hey, I want to create an app, but I don't know the fundamentals of computers at least.
Do you know pillars are the foundation for a building? First, you need to understand the fundamentals. Your fundamentals are foundation.
Now, who will explain to me?
No problem. Samir from BCom is ready to explain.
So, while let's welcome Samir onto the dais.
Okay. Very good afternoon to all. I am Samir from BCom A section, and I am going to explain about the fundamentals of computers and office automation tools to all. First of all, I am thanking to the management and all dignitaries and judges presented here. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Okay, moving to the presentation. I am decided to give you something awareness about the fundamentals of computers and a journey into how computers think, learn and work, especially for students and educators. This type of fundamentals of computers is very important, and also office automation tools helps us to present the document and slideshows, and also information transfer. Okay, moving to the next slide. First, we should understand the definition of a computer. A computer is an electronic device which takes the inputs and processes the data and gives output. Data means nothing. It's set of instructions or information which we give to the computer. I am asking you, why the computer is an electronic device? Anybody? Sorry. Please give me answer loudly. Okay. Why means in the computer we have CPU, central processing unit. In the parts, those are made up of electrons, and it is a combination of software and hardware components. So we call it as electronic device, which gives the meaningful information apart from if we give an input to the computer, it will process and it stores and it gives output. Output means a result. Input means you give instructions via keyboard. First of all, we should know input devices, output devices. Input devices are keyboard, mouse, and microphone. This type of instruments, which helps to give instructions to the computer, and the total process done in the CPU only. The computer thinks, calculates, and gives output. And output results appear on screen, printer, or speakers. Output means when the computer processes our input, then it is visible to us. That visible data, which is called as output. And output devices are printer and monitor, screen, etc. This total process is called as the golden cycle of computing. Input, process, output. This three is very, very important to understand. This is the process where we given our input to the computer and it processes and it gives the output. Okay. Now we have to observe the core components. It is nothing. It is called as computer's body parts. Like humans, we have lungs, brain, heart, liver, kidneys, intestines. This like computer also have the same type of body parts. CPU is the brain of the computer. In the CPU, motherboard is called as the backbone of the computer. Without the motherboard, the CPU and any process doesn't exist. Here, every computer is made of key hardware components that work together like hormones in a human body. The CPU, which is the brain of a computer, performs all calculations and decision making at incredible speed. And RAM, which is storage, it is also called as short-term memory. It holds the data, and the CPU is actively using right now. And the storage, this is the long-term memory, saves your files, apps and OS permanently. RAM lose the memory, any files, any documents, and any work done there when the power is off. And input devices, how you talk to the computer by keyboard, mouse. It is nothing but only instructions, set of instructions we are given to the computer. And output, we get result, that is called output. Here, the basic organization or block of the computer. Computer system works like this. First, input devices, keyboard, mouse, and standard other input devices. If we give some instructions to the computer. It takes as a data or information into the RAM. If we given a mathematical operation, the ALU, arithmetic logic unit, it will done the total calculations and the logical operations which we want the output, and CU controlling total control of the giving output to the user is controlled by control unit only, and the memory unit which is stores the data or information, and also which stores the data temporarily or permanently to the future purpose, and output devices which is a monitor, printer, speaker, etc. The projector is also output device. So this type computer works fast, accurate, and gives accurate results to us. In the computer, we have software and hardware. The software, the boss layer that manages all hardware and provides a platform for other programs to run. Software is called as the boss layer. Why? Why software is called as boss layer? Can anybody? That manages all hardware and provides a platform for other programs to run. For example, Microsoft PowerPoint. Systems or software support this type of apps, software applications to run the operations or programs, anything. For example, Windows, MacOS, Linux, and device drivers, operating system utilities. Then application software, the tools you use daily, designed for specific tasks and user needs. For example, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS Outlook, MS Publisher, or Google Slides, Google Docs. These are the examples, and also Firefox, Google Chrome. These are the applications, software applications, which support the user to do their work. Without system software, the application software cannot run. They are interdependent like a stage and its performance. Without the system software, any software applications does not work and doesn't run. It is impossible to run without the system software. See here how it connects. First, every component communicates through the motherboard. Motherboard is the backbone of the computer system. Without the motherboard, we cannot run the programs, applications, or any work. That is impossible to run without motherboard in the computer system. First, input devices, keyboard or mouse. It connects to the CPU, directly to the CPU. CPU is a central processing unit which is totally controlled input devices and giving output to the user. And then RAM, it will store the given output, and it storage. The process and the storage done in this storage device, it connects both, and CPU connects to the output devices like printer, a monitor. This time, popular office automation tools. These are the application software. Word processing tools create, edit and format documents. This is nothing but MS Word or Google Docs. This is to create documents, edit documents, etc. And spreadsheet tools, data analysis, calculations, charts. Example Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets. Spreadsheet tools is nothing but the data which is presented in the table format is the spreadsheet. Presentation tools, design slide shows and visual presentations. Examples Microsoft PowerPoint and Google Slides. And email and communication tools, manage image and team communication. Examples MS Outlook or Gmail, which is to send the emails or messages. And publisher tools, prints the required or selected documents easily. Examples Microsoft Publisher and Adobe Design. And automation tools. Why automation tools? It works smarter and not harder. Repetitive tasks are the enemy of productivity. If we repeat the single task number of times, that is both works. Automation tools teach us computers to handle them, freeing humans for creative high value work, and it saves the time, reduces the errors, and boosts efficiency. Manual versus automated. Manual is like paperwork, automated is only computers and AI systems, etc. Now, conclusion for this. Computers have become an essential part of modern life to improving speed, accuracy, and efficiency in the work. The basic components CPU, memory, or input or output devices help us use systems more effectively. And it saves time, reducing manual work and increasing productivity. And it plays a key role in digital information transformation and future growth. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Samir. It was a nice presentation about the fundamentals of computers, and your explanation and your gestures are simply good. Now let us welcome our next participant, Ikra Anju from First Biotech, to say a few words about cybersecurity, which is extend to our knowledge.
Good afternoon, my respected dignitaries, my faculty members, and my dear friends. Today I would like to begin with this simple question. What if I told you that some of the greatest discoveries in the science were not planned, but happened by accident? Yes, many life-saving breakthroughs that we are using today, like antibiotics, vaccination, and generations we used to understand, were not planned, but happened by a simple observation, question, and curiosity encouraged us why. Imagine a bird without vaccination, a small bird would let weather. But thanks to our great scientists like Edward Jenner, who observed, implement, and discovered vaccination, and Alexander Fleming, who observed mold bacteria and discovered birds through antibiotics. In our today's presentation, we are not going to learn facts, but we are going to explore the stories behind this greatest discovery. So let us take a step into the world of science, where observations become curiosity and curiosity becomes innovation. The story of Edward Jenner. A long year ago, in 18th century, there was a deadly disease called smallpox was spreading fear everywhere, and people who got it often died, and who survived left with were preventing from the smallpox. I am proudly saying that I will never get this smallpox because I have had the cowpox. Then I become curious. Could be this smallpox is protecting the smallpox? One day he decided to test his idea. He collected cowpox spores from the wet hand and gently injected his own boy named James. The boy with the mild symptoms, but nothing happened. A day passed. The general again exposed the boy with a smallpox. Nothing happened. That changed the history. At the same time, general discovered first vaccination, and the word vaccination comes from itself, the Latin word for a cow. This small observation and mold experiment changed the world and saved millions of our lives. The story of Alexander Fleming and the accidental discovery of penicillin. Alexander in laboratory in London, there was a scientist named Alexander Fleming who was working with a dangerous disease called staphylococcus infection. Fleming was brilliant, but a bit of messy. Before going to vacation, he left some petri dishes in his table. Petri dishes is nothing. A great containing growing bacteria. Before going to it, then he left it on table. While he come back, he observed something curious and more surprising. The plate contained one of the mold pads and the bacteria around that pad was dying. He became curious. Why the bacteria around the was dying? He became curious. Instead of throwing it, he further investigated. He called the mold pad as a penicillium notatum was releasing a substance called penicillin, which acts as an antibiotic and killing the bacteria around it. See how he turned his unexpected mistake into true antibiotics. The story of Louis Pasteur. A long year ago in 18th century, people were believed that the diseases caused bad death. No one can truly know the reason behind it. At that time, there was a scientist named Louis Pasteur who think usual. Why the people fell sick and why the food is spoiling. While he was studying wine and milk, he observed that tiny living organisms were growing in it. He became curious. Could be these tiny living organisms were responsible for a disease. He decided to test it. He performed a great experiment by using a swan-neck flask. He boiled the blood to kill any microorganisms and give it to expose to air. And he found that the tiny living organisms were growing in it. And instead of Pasteur discovered that invisible germs cause diseases and transforming medicine forever. And he proved that the microorganisms in the air were caused contamination but not a disease. The story of Grigor Mendel. In a quaint monastery garden in Australia, there were monk named Grigor Mendel who was spending his days by growing tea plants. At that time, no one can truly know the reasons behind, but the right shapes, color, and transferring from one generation to another generation. He decided to test his idea meticulously. He grew thousands of plants by observing carefully, like short height, color, like round and yellow. What Mendel made different is his attention and curious to detail. He grew thousands of plants and observed generation after generation. Although his discoveries were not recognized at that time, but he discovered it later and become modern of science. The story of Robert Cook and the birth of James Lindy. Around years ago, even the scientists were suspected that the microorganisms causes disease. There was no specific microbe for a specific disease. At that time, a German scientist Robert Koch, who decided to determine this idea. He began with animals. He began the studying of diseases in animals and humans. When while investigating something, he observed that the infection of the blood of the infected animals appear God-shaped under the microscope. He never gave up, but he injected the disease into a healthy animal and observed that the result was clear. The animals get the same disease. It is proved that there is a specific microorganism causes a specific disease. And we come to the end of this journey. Let us take a moment to reflect what we have done. So as we see how Edgar Jenner with the simple observation to discover vaccination and Robert Koch and Gregor Mendel and Louis Pasteur and Albert, what inspiring us means it is not about the science, it is all about how we think. These discoveries were not planned with certainty but began with a simple question, a doubt, and the rest was why. So as a student, researcher and future innovator, let us not be afraid of mistakes. Let us not ignore the simple observation because the biggest discovery will be hidden under simple observation. Remember, today's curiosity will be tomorrow's biggest breakthrough. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ikram, for giving such a nice presentation. Actually, it was a slight mistake. As I am a computer student, I was thinking that it is cyber security. Now it is a topic about scientific innovation, the story of scientific innovation. Sorry. Now let me invite our next participant, Vikas from First BTA, to say a few words about the leadership styles and organizational impacts.
Good morning to all. My name is Awal Ahmad. I am studying at First BBA. Today's topic about leadership styles and organizational impact. Explore how leadership and organizational impact on success. What is leadership? The leadership is the capacity of a company which to manage to set achieving challenging goals and involves to taking fast and reserved action when needed to outperforming and the competition and inspiring others to perform high level of their can. Why leadership matters? The leadership matters instantly action and providing guidance and building moral and motivation and creating confidence and coordination. Qualities of a good leader: communication skills and motivation skills and employee satisfaction and providing decision making, teamwork, adaptability, accountability and innovation and organizational culture. What are the leadership styles? The leadership styles is refers to behavior approach employed by leaders and influence, motivated and direct their followers. The style that determines how leader employee plans and struggles to up- expound given objectives while accounting for stockholders' expectations and the well-being their team. There are mainly divided into 8 types of leadership styles: democratic, autocratic, legislative, effective, and transformational, and coaching, basic setting, and translational. Organizational impact. The leadership styles directly solves every dimension of an organization, from how teams collaborate to how well the organization adapts to change. Organizational culture. Employee moral and engagement and productivity and performance, innovation and creativity, employee development and growth, and change management, team dynamic and collaboration, organization adaptability. Culture and moral set the tone for value and engagement. The performance deserves the productivity and
What a power surge.
growth, enable and employee development and adaptability. Leadership and growth. Employee development effectively leadership in growing their people's skills and potential. Changing management. Strong leadership grows organization through translation with clarity. Team collaboration. The right style for test and questions and short purpose. Conclusion. Leadership style is the purpose of guiding, teaching, motivation, and directing others towards and attaining goals and involving their ability to influence others. Each style has specific aim and its effectiveness varying by instructions, leaders, and their followers. Leadership plays an crucial role in organization success. Further research is needed to develop more and effective leadership approach. Thank you for giving me this opportunity and your patience.
Gracias.
Madam Kavita will use paper.
Thank you, Minhaj, for sharing your thoughts and your ideas about the leadership skills. Most of us here are willing to start a business after the degree or have an idea about the business. Now let us invite our next participant, Gunita from First B.Com, to say a few words about forms of business organization. Let us welcome her.
Good afternoon to everyone. I would like to introduce myself to you. This is M. Gunita, and today I am going to present a seminar on forms of business organization. Forms of business organization is an important role in the development of the economy. They help in manage and controlled efficiently. Let us now discuss introduction. Business organization refers to the structure in which a business is formed and operated. Business organization means how a business started and run. Defines ownership, management and distribution of profits. Different forms exist to meet various business needs. It tells us who owns the business, it manages and controls the business. Different types of business organizations is used based on the needs in the business. Meaning of business organization. It is a framework for conducting business activities. It means a business gives a proper structure of the and plan to run the business, helps in managing resources efficiently. It helps to use money, workers and materials to get paid without wasting them. Determines decision making and control. And it decides who take decisions and who will manage or control the business. Forms of business organization. Types: sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, cooperative society, partnership, joint stock company. Sole proprietorship, owned by a single person. It is only the owner of the business. Easy to start and close. It is very easy to start business and stop the business. Full control and profit. The owner only takes the decisions and keep all the profits in the business. Unlimited liability. The owner is responsibility the liabilities in their business. No separate legal entity. The business and the owner has considered as the same, not separate. Partnership, owned by two or more persons. Partnership, the business runs by only two or more persons together, based on agreement or partnership deed. Partnership is agreement about rules, profit sharing duties. Partnership deed is nothing but Terms and conditions of the company. Shared profit and responsibility. The partners are share the profits and also share the risk and losses and also share the responsibilities in the business. Unlimited liability. The partners have the unlimited liability in the partnership business and also they some pay to their personal money also. Shared work and responsibility. Partners are work together and also take the responsibility. Joint Hindu family business managed by the head of the family who will manage by the business. The eldest member is called Karta. Membership by birth who born by the family being automatically is called membership by birth. Limited liability for members except the Karta who runs the business and share the risk but full responsibility has the Karta, head of the family based on Hindu's law. This business is based on the Hindu's laws and traditionals. Family business. Who runs the Hindu family business to family business? Cooperative society. Voluntary membership. People can join, live freely for the freely if they follow the rules. Form to serve members. It is started to help the business members, not mainly to end. Democratic management. Every member has equal voting rights. Limited liability. Members responsible only to a limited capital. Example, credit societies, farmer societies, cooperative societies is a group of people who get together in help and other and benefit equally. Companies, private company. Companies, separate legal entity. A company is different from its owners, owned by shareholders. The company is owned by people and also shares. This is called shareholders. Private company, owned by a small group of people. For example, Infosys, it is a private company. Started as a private company. Public company, shares are available to the public. For example, Tata Steel. Government company, owned or controlled by the the government. For example, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. Importance of business organization helps to choose the right type of business. It helps us pick the best business type of our needs. Decides the risk and liability of the owner. It shows how much loss the owner may face. Helps in raising money or capital. It helps the business get money. The business defines who controls and manages the business. It tells who will run and take decisions in the business. Conclusion. In conclusion, forms of business organization are important for running a business. They help in managing work and reducing risk and achieving success. Choosing the right type of business is very important.
Thank you, Vinita, for sharing your ideas on business organization, and every person should be known about that. As earlier we have already known presentation about the fundamentals of computers. In addition to that, fundamentals of computers and office tools will be explained by our next participant S. Nasreen from BSc Computer Science. Let us welcome her.
చూస్తే బాగుంది.
Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Sheikh Nasreen. I am from first BSc Computer Science. Today I am explaining about computer fundamentals. Computer fundamentals means basic concepts and essential parts of computer science. Introduction to computer science. Computer is an electronic device which takes input and gives output. For example, when we type on a keyboard, the computer processes and gives output on the screen. Next, basic concepts of a computer. These are the basic concepts of a computer. First, we will discuss about input. Input. First, we enter data in input. Next is CPU. CPU is the central processing unit. It is the brain of a computer. CPU have three main components: control unit, arithmetic logic unit, memory unit. Control unit directs the activity of the computer. Next, arithmetic logic unit. It performs calculations and logic units. Next, memory unit. It stores data permanently or temporarily. Memory unit is classified into two types: primary memory, secondary memory. Primary memory stores data temporarily. Secondary memory stores data permanently. Next output. It shows the result. The CPU performs calculations and controls all activities in the computer. Without these basic components, computer cannot function. Next. Storage and memory. Storage is external part. Storage is the external part of memory. It stores data permanently. Memory is the internal storage. It stores data temporarily. Memory and storage work together to manage data. Memory provides temporary access while storage ensures permanent. Next. Software is a set of instructions. That tells a computer what to do. Next, hardware. Hardware is a part of computer. Parts of computer that it can you touch and feel that. Hardware, things you can touch, that is a hardware. Things you cannot touch, that is a software. Hardware is like the body and software is like the brain. Input and output devices. These are input devices, keyboard, mouse, joystick, etc. We will use input we use these devices. Next output. Monitor, printer, speaker, headphones. We will take output with these devices. Input and output refers to the communication between a computer and the external world. Next, computer application of office tools. Computer office tools are used in our computer office tools are used. Computers are important in every office. They help us work faster and better. Many tools make office work simple. We can use tools in different sectors. Word processing tool. Use it to write documents, create letters, reports, resumes, easy editing and formatting. Spreadsheet tool. It is used to calculations, organize data in tables, create charts and tables. Presentation tool. Used to create slides, add images, text, animations, helps explain ideas. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasreen, for saying some more information about the fundamentals of computers and office tools. Now, this is a new topic, that is a new presentation by S. Vaishnavi from TCOM about the web design. Let us all welcome her.
సో అట్లా కాదు ఇప్పుడు తిప్పేది ఎవరు తిప్పుతారు?
before going to the presentation, I would like to ask that how many members are using applications like apps? Which apps are you using? Like Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat. Has anyone thought that if you post a photo on Instagram, if anyone liked it, why should it come in a red color? Red color heart, why it comes? Does anyone thought? It's because of web development. Web development. Web development is the process of creating a web application or any apps. It is a combination of front-end, back-end and database. Front-end is nothing but what the users can see is known as front-end. Then where the data is stored is known as database, and to connect with the front-end and database, back-end technologies like Python, Java, C++, and so on languages are used to interact with the front-end and back-end. First, let me know about front-end development. Front-end development helps for user interface design. It means that what the users can see, ensuring layouts, colors, and work together to create a visually consistent experience. Next, responsive design. Responsive design is nothing but how a web application look according to a laptop or a tablet and mobile phones. Next, optimization, improving load times and animations to enhance user satisfaction. The main objective of all businesses is increase profitability through customer satisfaction. If the customer is satisfied, then automatically the businesses can enhance their profitability. So the optimization also helps in front-end development. After that, back-end development. Back-end development is also known as server-side logic. It means as front-end is a user interface, back-end is server-side logic. What the things are going to happen behind the server is known as back-end development. APIs, application programming and interfaces, creating endpoints of front-end apps can communicate with the servers. It tells that how one server and another server communicate to each other without knowing the user. Database handling, storing, retrieving and organizing data efficiently for smooth application performance. Database handling is nothing but database where the data stores. So we have to protect the data from the hackers through the techniques like encryption, anonymization, etc. After that, in front-end, let's discuss about HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, used to create and structure the web pages. In HTML, the HTML tag tells the browser that the document type is HTML. Entire code must be written in the HTML tag. Without writing this tag, the browser cannot show the correct output. Next one, head tag. The head tag is the main part of the HTML document. It displays the entire code that user cannot see. It means the backend code. Then title and style. Title tag and style tags are written inside the head tag to apply the styles to the code written in body. Body is the main part where we can write the code, and that code is visible to the users. Next we discuss about CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It controls the entire presentation because through the CSS CSS, we add styles to the code written in the body in the HTML document. There are three types of CSS. First one, inline CSS. Inline CSS is nothing but we add the style in a HTML document, inside the HTML document. Next, inline CSS. Inline CSS means in the head tag we open a style tag and then when we return the style is called inline CSS. External CSS. External CSS file is created with the extension .css. It is useful for developing large type of web applications. Let's see some practical that student registration form with HTML. This application is a Visual Studio Code where the entire code is written. To get the basic structure of HTML, the shortcut key is Shift+1. It will come HTML, opening tag, closing tag, head, body. In the head, we write styles. In the body, we write code. Here, div and another h1s are used. Div is called as parent and h1s are called as its shades because those are written inside of a div tag. To provide a tight bonding between the parent and child, display flex method is used. Through this, by running this, we can create a student registration form without an HTML. After adding CSS, here title document is there. It displays document in the browser's top. Here there is no styles applied to it because the CSS is not working in this one. After opening the style tab, we apply styles to the code written in the body tab. After applying the styles like this, like hashtag HH2, why we use hashtag means we named it as HH2. So we have to call it by its ID name. So we use the hashtag here. Instead of this, we can give a class name also. If you want to call the class, we use full stop. Here height 350 pixels. Everything is height, width or anything is measured in the pixels from like length. Box shadow has a four properties that right, bottom, thickness and color. After applying this, the student registration form with the HTML and CSS, you can see that how it was created. Name, date of birth, number, email, password, skills and submit button. If you enter your name,
Last 2 minutes gone.
real life examples. E-commerce websites like Flipkart and Amazon, educational platforms like Byju's, careers, social media websites like Instagram, WhatsApp, online banking systems like SBI, Yono, food delivery websites like Swiggy, Zomato. Why we need web development? For creating a professional online presence, enhancing credibility, driving business growth, to increase its profitability, 24/7 availability, and to reach global.
Last 1 minute.
Career opportunities after learning this web development, there are front-end developer, back-end developer, full-stack developer, user experience designer, web designer. These are the opportunities found. Challenges: cross-border compatibility, responsive design issues, security threats, performance optimization. Next, we conclude this topic that web development is dynamic, evolving field. They need creativity with technical skills to build functional, secure, and user-friendly digital experience. It is crucial for modern businesses requiring continuous learning of new tools like AI integration and responsive design to maintain engaging performance websites and state. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Cable district.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, for sharing the knowledge of web design to all of us. Now, the next participant will be SC Asra from First Biotech on the topic of transforming science into healthcare solutions. Let us all right now.
Different. Sure, side show. Current from beginning. Yes, sir.
Honorable judges, respected lecturers, my dear friends, my name is S.C. Asra from Department of BSc Biotechnology. Today I will be presenting on seminar on the topic Translation Research for Healthcare. What is translation research? Translation research means converting scientific discoveries into laboratory research. It essentially bridges the gap between laboratory science and practical applications. It combines knowledge from physics, biology, mathematics, etc. Such collaboration helps solve problems which is defined alone. In translational research spectrum, there are 4 stages. T0, basic research. T1, translation to humans plants. T2, validation. And T3, implementation in society. Coming to the work model, there are 3 DVD, discovery, validation, deployment. Discovery means identifying problems. Coming to validation, conducting experiments and deployment, regulating approval policy, integration. Technological enablers. Here also there are 3 high throughput screening. In this rapid test thousands of components and genetic variants simultaneously, dramatically accelerating drug discovery and crop improvement pipelines. In AI data analytics, machine learning model identifies patterns in complex biological data sets. In this, it helps both health diagnostics and pharmaceuticals. Advanced sensors help in agriculture through sensors, precision farming. Whereas in healthcare, it helps through health diagnostics. Point of care testing in healthcare diagnostic. Portable diagnostic devices bring lab quality. Point 2 of care testing continuously. Biomarker discovery. Biomarkers are the biological indicators of disease, which helps in specific protein genetic sequence metabolism as disease. AI assistive images. Deep learning algorithms analyze MRI scans, CT scans, computer tomography, magnetic resonance image. Precision medicine. You know that medicine is important in our daily life. Genomic profiling, targeted therapies, pharmacogenomics. Genomic identify genetic variation, it helps from disease risk. Targeted therapies, molecularly targeted on drugs. Pharmacogenomics means it studies how genes affect our body. Core disciplines involved. In every core discipline, there are core physics, chemistry, mathematics, bio. In each of these, it has advancement special. Coming to the role of physics, medical imaging, MRI using nuclear magnetic resonance. Role of chemistry, drug formulation, synthesis, nanocarrier delivery system, soil water chemistry analysis, drug discovery. Role in mathematics, disease modeling, optimizing algorithms, predictive analytics. Challenges in translation. Despite its benefits, there are many challenges. Funding and scaling issues, interdisciplinary barriers. Future opportunities. Big data integration, citizen science, global research network, digital twinning. Digital twinning are the work models, patients and models. Thank you for giving me this.
It was a nice presentation by Asra. Now the next participant will be Day1 from first by Ecom. The topic is about the meaning of accounting and its advantages. Let us all welcome him.
Good evening everyone, respected faculty members and my dear friends. Today I taught the financial accounting about the accountings. Today I discuss topics meaning of accounting, advantages of accounting, uses of accounting. Firstly, I will discuss meaning of accounting. Introduction. Accounting is important part of business. Why? Because the accounting is record all transactions, business transactions, so that for that way it is important for business. It helps records of money. Which money transactions is records, keep records the money transactions. Every business uses accounting to know its financial position. In accounting, calculate the financial year ending to know the financial position of business. Briefly, we discuss meaning of accounting. Accounting is process of recording financial transactions. We record financial transactions. It is sales transactions are like to purchases and exchange of business goods and services. Like this is called recording financial transactions in account. It shows the business or profit or loss of the business. It tells the financial position of a company. The company which has the financial company, it is shows the position of the all companies have a financial position of companies. Main points of accounting: recording daily transactions. In a business, daily activities and daily transactions which must be recorded in accounts. Reporting this using accounting transactions would prepare the reports like profit or loss. It is useful to decision making to business or improve or continue this business. Why is the accounting is important? It helps with business owners to understand income and expenses of business activities. It is very useful for future activities, required paying taxes, how to pay the taxes and calculate the accounts. So it is required for paying taxes. Accounting gives a clear information about money. Without accounting, to run the business is very difficult. The main advantages of accounting. Introduction. Accounting is very useful for every business. This accounting is finance must be recorded in the business. Very useful to business to run business efficiently. It helps accounts help to manage money transactions properly. It is used for yearly financial information gives. It shows the profit or tells whether the business is earning profit or not. And more losses are earning profit, shows the profit or loss. Helps in decision making. Business owners can make better decisions using account data. Next slide. Control expenses. It reduces helps unnecessary spending like highly paid wages to the employees, unnecessary spending. It provides financial information. Use clear details of assets, liabilities and capital in every business. Helps in tax calculation. Accounts tax calculation is how to pay the tax. Calculate must be correctly. Use it for planning. In future, the accounts is shown the profit and losses are coming. You to improve the accounts shows next business ideas to improve. It helps, accounting helps managing money, and this is the most goal of business. Every business should maintain proper accounting records. Uses of accounting. Record transactions. Keep record transactions of all financial activities. In business, the financial activities must record records and books of company. Tracking income and expenses. It helps to know how money is entered and spent. Like business profits are comes in some amount and spend their assets. Knowing profit or loss. Show whether his business is making profit or not. Budgeting it is known that budgeting helps people control on budgets. Tax purposes useful for calculating and paying tax. Check the financial position, show assets, liabilities and capital of the businesses. Real-time examples. Accounting is used in daily life and businesses. Daily life to purchase assets and goods and machinery and furniture. Likewise, it helps the real financial activities. Let us see some simple real-time examples. Shop sales. When a shop sells goods, we can buy some sales. Shopkeeper sells in books of shopkeepers to records must be sold immediately. Buying goods. When your business buy items, the purchase is recorded. Salary when employees are paid, it is entered the accounts in the books of business. Electricity bill payment. Paying bills is recorded as an expense in accounts. Bank transactions. Deposits and withdrawals are recorded in bank accounts. For personal use, cash withdrawn from personal use is recorded in bank accounts to withdraw the personal use like rights. Online shopping, payments made through apps or cards are recorded instantly. Who can purchase the card for grocery and payment is fairly through the apps like God, Amazon. It is instantly to record in our books. Loan transactions. Paying or repaying his loan is recorded properly. Daily expenses. Some small expenses like travel or food are also recorded must be in books of our accounts. Importance of real-time accounting. It helps the accounting to track money instantly to where the money is. It reduces errors and confusion. Use and updated financial information. Real-time accounting is used in everyday life. Proper recording improves financial management. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Jashwant. It was a nice presentation. Now, my next participant will be Day1 from first DBA on the topic of recommendation engines in e-commerce. Let us all welcome him.
Никто же бог забрал.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, respected to faculty members and also friends. Friends. My name is Day1. I am from first BBA. Today my topic is recommendation in e-commerce. Recommendation recommendation means it is a AI type in machine learning. It is a broadest recommend goods and services in AI type. What is recommendation engine? A recommendation engine is a systematic suggestion product and to user based on their performance, behavior, and purchase history. It is a plural complement of e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, and Netflix. Why are recommendation engine is important? These are four important recommendation engine. Improve user experience, increases sales revenues, and also saves customers time, boosts customer retention. First of all, improve user experience. Provide personalized product suggestion, making it easier for users to find what they want. Increases sales revenue. Encourage users to buy more products, increasing average order value and revenue. Saves customers time. Help users discover new products and reduce such time. Boost customer retention. Provide their personalized experience, increasing customers' loyalty and retention. Types of recommendation system. These are three types of recommendation system: content-based system and also collaborative filtering system and also hybrid system. It is a recommend for one particular product and content-based filtering. Recommendation small products based on user interest. They have interest to one product is passes suggesting and also collaborative filtering. Recommend product based on other users behavior. It is a one product. Your budget to like people like you also budget like this hybrid system. Okay, this content based printing and collaborative printing is two combined to hybrid system. Combination of both methods used by Amazon and Netflix. How the implementation in that work? Collect user data. It is a collecting to users from next Clara search purchases. Process data using algorithms. It is a process to and data analysis. Something. Find patterns and similarities. Generate recommendations. Show personalized result. Algorithm user. Do you know about what is algorithms? It is a step-by-step problem solving and also it is a task. Key measures and neighbors. It is a machine learning to matrix factorization, deep learning and association rules. Application application in e-commerce. Product recommendations. It is a product recommended to some Amazon product something. Frequently budget together. For example, Amazon it is a budget to suggest him. Frequently budget together. Personalized home page and also email suggestion. Flipkart is also use them. It is a suggesting some products, email suggestion, and the ads targeting advantages. Increases conversion rate, improves customer satisfaction. One product it is a not satisfied. They have more products containing in Amazon, Flipkart, and also personalized shopping experience, higher business growth, challenges, data privacy issue. It is Amazon and also Flipkart is not data issues, cold start products, new users products, high competition cost, data quality issues. Examples: Amazon recommended for you only products from something. Flipkart is smaller products, and also Netflix because you watch movies, some web series, something. Thank you everyone and this opportunity.
For sharing your knowledge on e-commerce. Now the next participant will be Dinesh from First BBA on the topic of consumer rights under the Consumer Protection Act 2019. Let us all welcome.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is N. Dinesh Reddy. First of all, respected to all faculty members and thankful to Raju sir for giving this opportunity. Today my topic is the Consumer Protection Act 2019. Before understanding the Consumer Protection Act 2019, it is very important to know how the consumer protection law developed in India. This slide shows the evolution from the Consumer Protection Act 1986 to the Consumer Protection Act 2019. The Consumer Protection Act 1986 was the first law made by the Government of India to protect consumers from unfair trade practices and cheating by the seller. Consumers. However, with the growth of technology and online shopping, e-commerce, the new challenges are appeared in the market. To address these modern issues, the government introduced the Consumer Protection Act 2019. India is the vast means biggest country, where majority of the consumers are poor, helpless, illiterate and disorganized. Indian markets are dominated by sellers. It is very easy to the sellers to cheat consumers. It means selling low products and unquality products. This is the background of the Indian market. At this backdrop, the government of India felt and decided to protect consumers from unscrupulous sellers. Unscrupulous means not in a moral way. Accordingly, the government of India has passed Consumer Protection Act first in the year 1986 with some objectives to safeguard the rights of the consumers. It means to protect the consumer rights, to control unfair trade practices. It means sellers to control cheating. Promoting fair trade practices. It means to promote fair business for sellers. Establishment of redressal machinery. This World Consumer Protection Act has limited area of coverage. It is only less matter. No central regulating authority. Product liability is not clearly defined. If any product is damaged, the company not response is not in accurate way. Mostly and often, complaints are to be filled at seller's place. No mediation provision. It means no middle settlement. E-commerce rules are not included. It means Flipkart and Amazon like online complaints are not included. Lower pecuniary limits. A difficult complaining procedure. To overcome these differences and limitations, this is World Consumer Protection Act 1986. A new Consumer Protection Act was passed by the Government of India in year 2009. The Consumer Protection Bill was introduced on 8 July 2019 in Lok Sabha and passed by Lok Sabha on 30th July 2019. Passed by Rajya Sabha on 6th August 2019. Got President assent on 9th August 2019. Assent means giving permission. This act came into force on 20 July 2020. Here, the point of what is new about this act arises. Establishment of Central Consumer Protection Authority. It covers e-commerce business transactions, a new future of product liability, action against misleading advertisement, e-filing of complaints, introduction of mediation, days of filing complaints, higher penalties, simplified consumer disputes and redressal system. Applicability or extent of the Act to all the goods and services and this offline and online transaction, e-commerce, tele-shopping and direct selling. This Act is applicable to the whole of India, including the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Because of the Jammu and Kashmir has the special status and now 2019 has the government removed special status. That's why it is applicable to the whole of India. Thank you everyone for giving this opportunity. Have a melodious day.
for letting us know about this app. Now the next participant will be P. Krishna from BSc Computer Science on the topic of the power of subconscious mind.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Krishna. I am studying first year basic computer science. Hello. Respected teachers who are present. Respected teachers. Hello. Respected teachers who are present here and my dear friends. Good afternoon everyone. Before I start, I would like to ask a simple question. Do you done anything automatically before you think? Like walking on the road and wake up on the same time, typing on the mobile? No? Yes.
No.
It is yes. I will tell you later. So, it is our subconscious mind. It controls our behavior and emotions and habits. Today I am discussing about the interesting topic, that is the power of our subconscious mind. So, in this seminar, I will discuss how the subconscious mind works on how the hidden subconscious mind is working and how we use to success in our life. So let's begin. So in our mind, it has two parts. One is subconscious and another one is subconscious. Conscious mind means which is used to think and analyze. Subconscious mind means which runs automatically like a machine. So conscious means think like a driver and subconscious mind think like a machine. We are the driver. So we sit on the bike or vehicle, we drive. But the subconscious mind means machine. It is automatically moves. So most people think they are making decisions consciously, but it's purely wrong. But it is the subconscious mind which is guiding them. So before I tell, here how many numbers know how to drive a vehicle or motorcycle? Just raise your hands. So, madam, can I ask you a simple question? So when you sit on the vehicle, then you think step by step or automatically your hands move on the vehicle?
Subconsciously, I start doing all the things out of continuous practice.
So why?
So habituated. ఇలా జరగాలి అని మన మైండ్ ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి మనం రోజు చేస్తూనే ఉంటాం కాబట్టి సబ్కాన్షియస్గా చేస్తాం.
So that is the subconscious mind in action. Next, let's take another example. It means belief. Belief means yes, resting on ourselves. So take a student. Let's take a real life example. Backbenchers. They think I am not judging them, but I am telling what in their mind actually running. So subconscious is okay. One student, backbencher says it is purely hard. I cannot do this work. So they postpone it. They think I can't do it. So they are repeating that same habit. So that's why they cannot improve their studies and they cannot succeed on anything. Another example, you take average students. what they think, yes, I can improve, I can do, I have to do it. So they do this repeatedly. So it becomes habit to them. So that's why they become success in their what they want to what they are doing. Both have same abilities, but they different beliefs. Here the belief works. Next here. Yes, everybody know about this. Have you ever seen someone freezing on the stage, speaking on the stage? Maybe they forgot lines and people laugh at them. We can take another example, like a real life. One dog is biting on a person. The next time, when that person that sees the dog, he definitely fear about him because the dog is bitten him before. So that way, whenever he sees the dog, he definitely become a fear. Anyone interested to do this activity? If yes, then I will continue, otherwise we will do.
Yes.
Just close your eyes for 5 seconds and imagine that a clouds imagine that a huge beach and at that place the sunset is going. So how it is feeling there? So, how do you imagine that? It means how the image is captured in your mind.
Because I have seen so many times sunrises, sunsets. I have seen subconsciously if I think about sunset, that comes to my mind.
Next, scientific insight. Your brain creates neural pathways based on repetition. Neural pathways is nothing but neurons, which is in our mind. What they do the information from one place to another place. So the more you repeat something, the stronger it becomes. The more automatic it becomes. It is like a habit. Next, how the athletes success is there? Running. First they think. Before they run, they think, I will win. I will definitely win in the running. So you think next, I want to run fast. From everyone I want to first. Then he will succeed. Mentally he is fixes that I will definitely win that running. So when they perform, their mind already believes in success. So then they will get success in that. Repetition concept. Your subconscious mind lets through. Do you accept this? Do you accept this? The subconscious mind lets through repetitions.
Yes.
Okay. If you repeat, I am confident, I am succeed, slowly your mind starts believing it. Yes, before a few minutes I also think that I can say everyone will adapt to my words. So like that. Creative thinking. Whatever you feed in your mind, that definitely stores in our mind. Like, how many members know Thomas Alva Edison? What he did? Invented bulb. 1,000 to 10,000 times he failed to create the bulb, but at the final time he created the bulb. Someone asked him, you failed 10,000 times, but why don't you break your confidence? He says, I didn't fail 10,000 times, I just find 10,000 paths to different ways to overcome how to create a bulb. Next, visualization power. If you imagine daily, you will success, your confidence increases, your performance improves. That's why athletes are successful, visualize daily. How to activate our subconscious mind? So by doing meditation helps us calm calm to and reduces our stress. Reprogram thoughts. Even 10 minutes, it can make a difference. Here, remember, subconscious mind is powerful, but it is not a magic. We have still need to do action, consistency, and efforts. So action means taking a step forward to do something. So consistency, showing regularly. So that's why it becomes habit. Then only we can consistently do any work efforts. It takes time to grow in area. The subconscious mind is your engine and you are the driver. What thoughts are you feeding in your mind every day? Just genuinely say, how many members are feeding positive thinking in your mind? So, your subconscious mind is always running at the background. It is like a CBE. What? If you every day say, I believe, I can confident, I can succeed, I can do it, then it becomes a habit. Your inner confidence will be increases. But if you feel a negative thinking like I cannot do it, it is impossible, I will do next day, it is postponed. So you can't do anything. So your subconscious mind like a fertile soil. What you plant in either negative or positive, it will grow. Like if you so choose your thoughts wisely because they are shaping your life every second. If you plant positive thinking like success, confidence, growth, happiness, then in your mind it will grow. If you thought failure, worry, doubt, negativity, you cannot succeed in your life. Now, a final question. How the images are formed in our mind?
By seeing, imagining, transformation కూడా చూసేది.
Anyone?
By analyzing, understanding.
The answer is our subconscious. Before I said, subconscious mind is going captures our habits and emotions and everything. But it is like a library. Subconscious mind is like a library, and conscious mind is like a director. It says how sequentially forms that, how the images formed in our mind. Like, so, conscious mind says that arrange the images in a format, in a sequence format, but our subconscious mind stores everything, our emotions, our habits, everything. Like that, our images formed in our mind. So, thank you.
So, finally, running to time, I would like to cover this fellow.
Your subconscious mind is not working.
So, with the metric to sing a song, I want to follow everybody. Right, okay, anyhow, for today, we are not going for today. I think it's like, see friends, when you present yourself, when you identify yourself, with your presentation, you learn lot many things. Yeah, voice. మీరు చేసిన ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ని మీరు చూస్తే మీరు చేస్తున్న తప్పులు మీకు తెలిసి వస్తాయి, వాటిని మీరు త్వరగా కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో ఫర్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ టుడే మేకప్ ఆఫ్ దట్ రైట్, you can subscribe to my channel. So this is provided, all this educational content is being provided on my channel, Azimikant MS RAJANIKANTHLS యూట్యూబ్లో మీరు సెర్చ్ చేస్తే నా స్టాండర్డ్ లోగో వస్తుంది. యూ కెన్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్. నాట్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ టు సబ్స్క్రైబ్, జస్ట్ యూ వాచ్ videos. Today's session, especially what all you people have done, you watch yourself, you identify yourself, develop yourself. By another 6 months, start giving seminars and classes, develop yourself. The main intention of this particular program is making you people to develop your skills of presentation, develop your values of expressions on your own. Right? So we are concluding for today. Tomorrow again sharp 9 o'clock we'll be sitting here. We'll be starting up with our further aspects. We have almost 50% of the participants are supposed to present tomorrow. We'll conclude by tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you.